Right? Grandchildren will be strong in this republic. Because our children are strong, and our grandchildren will be strong, and our children's children's children will be strong. And what will you leave behind? Nothing. Nothing. To our enemies, you have nothing to give, you have nothing to offer, you have nothing to share, but bitterness. We have beauty, we have light, we have goodness, we have determination.
This is why they have coined themselves fraudulently, coined themselves as, WHITE people. Okay, we got speaking code. All right, WHITE people. That's what they've called themselves because they think they are light, they are beautiful, this, that, and the third. So what are they doing? They're living a lie. Okay, this is why Esau, Edom, the nation of Esau, Edom, is a fugitive and a vagabond, going back to their spiritual forefather. Okay, I'll say it like that, Cain. Okay.
A vision, we had strength. We built the world that we inhabit now, generation by generation. And we will defend this world. We will defend goodness. We will defend light. We will defend virtue. You cannot.
Shalom. Yahweh Shem Shabbat.
Shalom. The Egyptian is not happy, huh?
You can hear him, huh?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Read number 12. If you get the read verse 12, Amat, in the NLT.
Hold on a second. This video is playing.
Done. Yeah, when you're done.
The sound's not working now.
Okay, he's back on. He's back
Okay,
on. Back on.
Right. We have determination. We have vision. We have strength. We beat the world, but now, generation by generation. And we will defend this world. We will defend goodness. We will defend light. We will defend virtue. You cannot terrify us. You cannot frighten us. You cannot threaten us. Because we are on the side of goodness. We are on the side of God. And to my friend Charlie, to my brother Charlie, I know you are looking right now. I know you're watching Erica right now. I know you're watching your children right now. And I promise you, my friend, I promise you, my brother, we will prove worthy of your sacrifice. We will prove worthy of your time on earth. We will make you proud. We will finish the job. We will defeat the forces of darkness and evil, and we will stand every day for what is true, what is beautiful.
Right. So, real quick, go ahead and read your precept. You said you wanted to read verse 12, right? And I got something.
In the NLT, it says, but their fame will not last. They will die just like animals.
Yeah. Right.
That's in the NLT.
Now, he had mentioned to Charlie Kirk, right? C. Kirk, that C. Kirk is up there looking down, and he's saying his few words to him that we're going to continue on your legacy, blah blah blah, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is let's see. Slacker. Okay, yeah. This is Luke 16. And let's actually get this in NLT. See how this sounds. So this is what C. Kirk and all the other Edomites, all right, that have passed on into the heavens. And every spirit goes into the heavens, all right? Hell is a condition that's played out on earth, okay? It's not some underground labyrinth where Satan's there with a pitchfork, poking around with a pitchfork, okay? It's every spirit goes back up to the heavens. Now, this is Luke 16 and 19 in the NLT, right? It says, Yahushua said, there was a certain rich man who was splendidly clothed in purple and fine linen, and who lived each day in luxury, right? And C. Kirk lived a good life when he was here, right? At his gate lay a poor man named Lazarus, who was covered with sores. Now, this is a parable. The Lord is using a parable to describe two manners of people and how the tables were turned with these two individuals. And these two individuals represents two different nations, Esau and Jacob, or Esau, nation of Edom, The nation of Esau, the nation of Israel. Okay? The rich man is Esau, and Lazarus represents Israel. So it says at his gate lay a poor man named Lazarus, who was covered with sores. Matter of fact, real quick, get the name Lazarus, see what it means. In the Greek,
Strong's G 2976, Lazarus. Lazarus.
right? So it says, whom Yahweh helps, right? Whom God helps.
Mhm.
All right. So going back, verse 20 says, or verse 21, it says, as Lazarus lay there, longing for scraps from the rich man's table, the dogs would come and lick his wounds, lick his open sores. Okay, and that represents the nations. The other nations, all right, they help afflict the nation of Israel on top of what Esau Edom already does to the nation of Israel. Okay, as Lazarus lay there longing for scraps from the rich man's table. The rich man's table really is this society, is this earth, because it's given into his hand. So if you want to be rich, all right, in this society, or you want to so-called win in the society, you got to sin. Okay, and even when you do sin, as much as you can, all right, as an Israelite, to show Esau that you're down. Guess what? He still gives you scraps. What you have is it's nothing but scraps compared to what the Heavenly Father is going to give those that stay true and endure to the very end. And compared to what Esau Edom actually has, you're getting scraps.
Beautiful.
Okay, but our people are happy with the scraps off the table. All right, while the dogs are licking their open sores, which again, those are the other nations. This is why the scriptures say that our people are home-born slaves, man. Okay, so it says, as Lazarus lay there longing for scraps from the rich man's table, the dogs would come and lick his open sores. Finally, the poor man died and was carried by the angels to be with Abraham. So is Abraham in heaven or is Abraham in hell? Absolutely not. He's in heaven. Okay.
That's right. That's right.
So it says, the rich man also died and was buried, and his soul went to the place of the dead. Again,
That's right.
same place where Abraham is.
Mhm. Back to the Father.
It's the heavens.
That's right.
There, in torment, he saw Abraham and really, let me read that again, Slacky. I kind of sped that mentally.
That's
Verse
okay.
22,
Take your
it says,
time.
finally, the poor man died and was
Mm.
carried by the angels to be with Abraham, going back to the promises, the kingdom. All right. So the kingdom of heaven being established to Israel, which is the promises that was given to Abraham through Isaac and through Jacob, and then to the nation of Israel falling down, ultimately established through Yahushua, right? So the rich man also died and was buried, and his soul went to the place of the dead. There, in torment, he saw Abraham. So this is where a lot of you wacky-tacky Christians that say, well, see, he went into hell.
Yeah.
Okay, well, like I said, this is a parable, okay? And
Beautiful.
that hell doctrine is another topic for another day. But it says, there in torment, he saw Abraham in the far distance with Lazarus at his side. The torment that Esau Edom, which is this rich man, is going to go through or endure, okay, and die and come back and endure it again over a time span of 1,000 years, is going to be the rulership of the Israelites, as these Edomites will be the slaves of the Israelites in the kingdom of heaven, which will be established on earth. So C. Kirk is up there what do you call dreading the time that the Lord is going to send him back,
That's right.
because he knows when he comes back, he's coming back
Hardcore
into some
slavery.
hardcore slavery, man.
That's
Wow.
right. In the
So
pit.
let's listen to what this guy said one more time, and then
Mhm.
I'm gonna finish this up, and then I know Malak, you got something triggered
Yeah.
up.
Go ahead. Take your time. Take your time.
Mm-hmm.
Beauty, light, we have goodness, we have determination, we have vision, we have strength. We built the world now, generation by generation, and we will defend this world. We will defend goodness, we will defend light, we will defend virtue. Cannot terrify us, cannot frighten us, cannot threaten us. Because we are on the side of goodness, we are on the side of God. And to my friend Charlie, To my brother Charlie, I know you are looking at us right now. I know you're watching Erica right now. I know you're watching your
You're definitely watching everybody right now.
children right now. And I promise you, my friend, I promise you, my brother, we will prove worthy of your sacrifice. We will prove worthy of your time on earth. We will make you proud. We will finish the job. We will defeat the forces of darkness and evil, and we will stand every day for what is true, what is beautiful, what is good. And we will achieve victory for our children, for our families, for our civilization, and for every patriot who stands with us. God bless you. God bless Turning Point. God bless Erica. God bless the Kirk family. God bless our heroes. And God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Right? So, you know,
y'all
again,
watch him out shy, 144.
Kahalaya 144. So let me finish this because supposedly they're doing right by C. Kirk up there. They're gonna make him proud, right? So this is what the parable says. Luke 16:23. It says, and his soul went to the place of the dead. There in torment he saw Abraham in the far distance with Lazarus at his side. The rich man shouted, Father Abraham, right? Because Esau also comes from Abraham. Okay.
That's right.
Have some pity. Send Lazarus over here to dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue. So basically, in kingdom of heaven, in the kingdom of heaven, which is the Edomite slavery and the Israelites rulership,
Forever
they're
and
gonna
ever and
they're gonna
ever.
be begging. They're gonna be begging, yeah, forever and ever. Exactly. They're gonna be begging the Lord and the Israelites to take it easy, and we're not gonna take it easy. The scriptures say, "Give unto her double
Double.
what she has done unto you." Double. Okay.
Double. Beautiful. Simply put.
So there'll be no mercy upon Esau, Edom, all right, in the kingdom of heaven. None. You nations are gonna get it too. You're gonna get a stiff kicking up your ass as well. All right. But Esau, Edom is gonna be done and away with, and he's that arch enemy, man. Okay, so it says, I am in anguish in these flames. Yep, it's a hardcore slavery, man. But Abraham said to him, son, remember that during your lifetime you had everything you wanted and Lazarus had nothing, right? During the time of your rulership. The Lord was fair. He gave the whole earth, okay? Look what you did with it. He gave the whole earth just to show you that you're not the right one to rule it, okay? So now he is here being comforted and you are in anguish. The tables have turned. And besides, there is a great chasm separating us, right? No one can cross over to you from here, and no one can cross over to us from there. Right? So everything's put in its order, man. No one is going to this really cuts what Bishop Nate says over there in IUIC about after 1,000 years of rulership, Esau is going to spry out, and he's going to be able to. We're going to have to go through the whole thing again. He's going to round us up, put Yahushua and the Most High into captivity, and then Esau's going to rule again. It's complete nonsense. Okay, complete nonsense. This cuts it, right? It says, and besides, there is a great chasm spreading us. No one can cross over to you from here, and no one can cross over to us from there.
That's right.
So no Edomite's going to come and conquer and take over the Israelites in their own kingdom, in their own rulership. It's impossible. Okay. So last verse it says, or a couple more verses. Sorry, it says, then the rich man said, "Please, Father Abraham, at least send him to my father's home. For I have 5 brothers, and I want him to warn them." That's what C. Kirk is doing upstairs, man.
That's right. He's begging.
C. Kirk is upstairs.
I want to come back.
Trying to figure out, begging the Most High, if you can just give them a dream. Let them know that they're gonna lose. Please.
Yeah.
They're not gonna make me proud. They have no idea what they're talking about.
Send them back to fix everything. No.
I'll finish this up. It says, for I have 5 brothers, and I want him to warn them so they don't end up in this place of torment. But Abraham said, Moses and the prophets have warned them. Your brothers can read what they wrote. The rich man replied, "No, Abba Abraham,
because he knows.
Father Abraham. But if someone is sent to them from the dead, then they will repent of their sins and turn to God." But Abraham said, "If they won't listen to Moses and the prophets, they won't listen even if someone rises from the dead." And that's so true.
Right.
That's right.
Because guess what? The Moses and the prophets all spoke the Most High's words.
That's right.
They didn't
That's right.
speak their own words. And they weren't galvanized by their own strength. They were galvanized by the spirit and strength of Yahweh Shem Shai.
That's right.
So if they won't listen to the Most High, and the Most High, why would they listen to someone coming from the dead who also comes from the Most High?
That's right. That's right.
Anyways, I just wanted to point that out. Kirk
No,
is
that
up
was
there,
beautiful.
and this is what's happening. This is what
That's
every
right.
Edomite goes
He's
through when they
going
go
through.
back upstairs.
Yep. That's right.
Beautiful. Wow.
That was beautiful. Yeah, man. That was
Hey,
good.
listen, you people out there, I mean, this is for the elect, right? But the divine receipts was just read and it was broken down clearly. I'm going to go to the book of Job. I'm only going to read 3 verses, the 3rd chapter. I don't know if it came out yet. Job 3.
No, you go ahead.
Right, from the KJV, because simply put, it was just broken down for you. So I'm going to read it again in regards to the judgment of the wicked when they die, and also the righteous when they die. This is what the Lord says. So I'm only going to read 3 verses. Job 3 from the KJV today, 3:17 to I'm going to read just to 20. Yeah, I'm going to read just to 20. Yeah. Right, so it says, right, Job 3:17, right, and when you read up, it goes into it, he breaks it down in the spirit. So it says, "There the wicked cease from troubling, and there the weary be at rest." You see that? So if you were paying attention, what was just broken down to you, right? The wicked cease from troubling, and the weary is at rest. So the elect is at rest, and the wicked, they're going to get ready to be judged in regards to the rulership that's coming upon them. Okay. Anyway, let me read on. Verse 18. Job 3:18. "There the prisoners rest together. They hear not the voice of the oppressor." See that?
Sure.
So that's all vain smoke up there with you people up there, man. You're held in check. Verse 19. Job 3:19. "The small and great are there, and the servant is free from his master."
That's right. That's right.
Here's the last verse Job 3:20. "Wherefore is light given to him that is in misery, and the life unto him the bitter in soul." See that?
That's right. Beautiful.
So I'm going to leave it at that for now.
So they're all resting, man. They're all up there learning.
Exactly.
They know why they die. They know what's happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's to come down the pipeline. You know what I mean? They see things. You know?
Well, yeah, they know the truth.
They know the truth now.
That's right.
They woke up and seen the black master, the black king. You know what I mean?
So-called
They've seen the real light. Yeah, so-called. We're not black, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
They seen the power, you know?
Yeah.
The glory.
All questions answered.
Let me get this here.
Take your time. Wow.
This is going into the arrogance, right? The pride of this devil's heart has deceived him. We just heard out of his own mouth, all right? And this is just a low-level man, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a low-level man. We compare him. Look, you can imagine what his handlers and his masters think, if this is what they think, right? So that pride is deep and steep. Deep and steep. So get this here in Obadiah 1, verse 1 in the NLT. I'm going to read down to 4. It says, "This is a vision that the sovereign Lord Yahweh revealed to Obadiah concerning the land of Edom. We have heard a message from the Lord Yahweh that an ambassador was sent to the nations to say, 'Get ready, everyone. Let's assemble our armies and attack Edom. And that's what you see happening with the nations. They're being stirred up to come up against, Esau, Edom. Well, you're going to have Edom versus Edom, but they're being stirred up to come up against Babylon the Great, which is America. All right, that's like the chief city of the Edomites is
Basra.
Babylon. Okay,
Basra.
so as it says, let us assemble our enemies and attack Edom. You can link that to America, Babylon.
That's right.
It says, the Lord Yahweh says to Edom, I will cut you down to size among the nations. You will be greatly despised. And you see that happening, all right? In particular, the Amalek, they're being despised for what they're doing, okay? And it says, you have been deceived by, this is the point, you have been deceived by your own pride because you live in a rock fortress and make your home high in the mountains, right? Which, back then that was a thing to boast about. If you had a fortress that was built upon mountains, high terrains, it was hard to infiltrate, just like Israel. Okay. But now, what do they boast upon? They boast upon their pseudoscience. They boast upon their technology. And when you go into it, these top wicked elites, within their pride, they're going to cause the world's greatest war and most violent war in history, right? And that's through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshua on the left hand side.
That's
And
right.
they don't even blink about it. They don't even blink about doing that because in their minds they got these fortresses, underground bunkers, deep underground bases where they're going to be nice and protected, okay, while they watch basically America and other parts of the earth, not the whole earth, but Israel and other parts burned down, okay. So that which is then is now, as we see. So it says, you have been deceived by your own pride because you live in a rock fortress and make your home high in the mountains. Who can ever reach us way up here? You ask boastfully. And that's exactly how that guy was talking, right? Way up here, going into what? Their heaven, their rulership. Who's ever going to take us down in our rulership? We run the whole earth, right? And it says, but even if you soar as high as eagles, funny enough, that's the mascot of America. It's an eagle, right?
That's right.
And build your nest among the stars, right? There's space stations, right? And satellites. I will bring you crashing down. It says the Lord Yahweh. Okay? So they're gonna come crashing down, man.
That's
Right?
right.
Doesn't matter how boastful you are, you can't outdo the Most High.
That's right.
You cannot outdo the Most High.
Straight.
You get one more, and then we'll get into the MOTB clip. Going in, since I said that, going into how you can't outdo the Most High. You're merely the axe, and the Most High is the handler of the axe.
That's right.
Okay. So this is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 10. And let me start actually at 12. Get to the point. It says, yeah, this is NLT. Yeah. Okay. So Isaiah 10 and 12, it reads, yeah, it says, after the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahshua has used the king of Assyria to accomplish his purpose on Mount Zion, right? Starting with the 144,000 of the elect. And in Jerusalem, he will turn again the king of Assyria, and he will turn again.
Against.
He'll turn and read that again. It says, after the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua has used the king of Assyria to accomplish his purpose on Mount Zion and in Jerusalem, and that's our captivity, right? The Most High used the modern day Assyrian is Esau. Okay, he used him as a whooping stick.
Yep.
And it says, he will turn against the king of Assyria and punish him. Okay, because the Most High has been with Esau up until now. Okay, and really, you can really go up until 78, not 70 AD, up until 1969, the 70s. That's when this man started falling down. But the Most High has been with Esau Edom, right? And everything he does, right? So that he can fulfill prophecy.
That's right.
Just like the Most High was with Pharaoh, right? To build him up, just so the Most High can put respect on his name throughout the nations at that time.
Yep.
And he's doing the exact same thing now, but it's going to be respected forever throughout the four corners of the earth.
Yeah. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. That's right. He gets
right.
to pay all things.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
So he will turn against the king of Assyria and punish him, for he is proud and arrogant.
Right.
He boasts by my own powerful arm I have done this. And remember, you hear this Edomite, this chief. He was a chief. Who is he again? He's Stephen Miller, White House Deputy Chief of Staff, right? And you heard him speaking about, we made this place, we did this, we did that, right? With my own sheer wisdom, I planned it. I'll read again. He boasts, by my own powerful arm, I have done this. With my own shrewd wisdom, I have planned it. I have broken down the defense of nations and carried off their treasure. I have knocked down their kings like a bull. And that's what this devil has done. He's went throughout the four corners of the earth, all right, with his economic hitmen, destroying economies, destroying governments, setting up puppet kings, right, taking down nations through his military might. So the Most High gave him all this, his technology, all right, his shrewd way, okay, deceptiveness. The Most High gave him all of these qualities, right? And he counts it as if he's the one who's been doing all this.
Yeah.
So it says,
I got a precept after to back you up, Ak.
I have robbed their nest of riches and gathered up kingdoms as a farmer gathers eggs. You see, they run everything. Okay, no one can even flap a wing against me or utter a peep of protest. And this is the spirit this devil's in right now.
That's right.
He didn't even want a flap of a wing against him, or any utterance or a peep of protest. This is why we know he's going to come down with great wrath, all right, upon everybody and anybody who's against the NWO, especially the prophets. Okay, it says, but can the axe boast greater power than the person who uses it? You see, is the saw greater than the person who saws? Can a rod strike unless a hand moves it? Can a wooden cane walk by itself?
Right.
Therefore, the Lord Yahweh of heaven's armies, will send a plague among Assyria's proud troops.
That's right.
Okay? And those plagues goes into two things. One, the ICBM missiles, and two, the chariots. Okay, those are also plagues that are going to destroy the troops of Babylon, all right, and the nations. I will send a plague among Assyria's proud troops, and a flaming fire will consume its glory. The Lord Yahweh, the light of Israel, will be a fire, and will be a fire. The Holy One will be a flame. He will devour the thorns and the briars with fire, burning up the enemy in a single night. Right? Within 1 hour, this man's kingdom will come down. The Lord, that's right. The Lord Yahweh will consume Assyria's glory like a fire consumes a forest in a fruitful land. So that also points to the fact that the Most High is going to take them out when they feel like they're the most fruitful, right? Just like in Job, it says when he's about to fill his belly and strength, right? So that's the same thing. It will waste away like sick people in a plague. Of all that glorious forest, only a few trees will survive, so few that a child can count them. In that day, the remnant left in Israel, the survivors in the house of Jacob will no longer depend on allies who seek to destroy them, but they will faithfully trust the Lord Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel. And this is how Esau, this is how we know spiritually Babylon is America, okay? Or spiritually, America is Egypt as well. Because just like in Egypt, Pharaoh didn't want to let the Israelites go. And now that we've been awakened to Yahweh or Yahweh Shai, and we don't rely on Esau Edom and his pseudoscience, right? And his technology, right? We don't believe in him anymore. Guess what? He's becoming restless. And he's like, he's in the spirit. I'm not trying to let any Israelite go. That's why he wants to evidently put the sea hip into you.
That's
Okay.
right.
And it says, verse 21, a remnant will return.
That's
Yes,
right.
the remnant of Jacob will return to the mighty
Mhm.
power Yahweh Bashim El Shai. But though the people of Israel are as numerous as the sand of the seashore, only a remnant of them will return. Damn, there's a lot of Israelites going to die, man, because they believe in Esau Edom.
That's right.
The Lord Yahweh has rightly decided to destroy his people. 2/3 at least.
2/3.
Get
Oh,
rid of them.
It is rightly decided, man. Go ahead,
that's
Banami.
right.
Then we'll get this clip.
This was a quick precept what you're going into about
Mm-hmm.
the Lord's might. Um, let me get this. Deuteronomy verse is kind of twofold, but Deuteronomy 8 verse 17, because going into our people as well, that who feel that they're they're the ones who got what they have going on for them right now in society.
Yeah,
But this is it.
yeah.
Deuteronomy 8.
Yahweh Shai said, "Ye are like your father, the devil, right? And you would do the lust of him thereof." So you're right. Just like the pride in Esau is there, 2/3 of our people follow suit.
That's right. It says Deuteronomy 8 verse 17 says, and they'll say in thy heart, my power and the might of my hand has gotten me this wealth. Verse 18, but thou shalt remember the Lord thy power, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, for it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth, that he may establish his covenant which he sware unto thy fathers, as it is this day.
Gone.
Right.
Yep.
So, yeah, just saying when you were breaking down that scripture earlier,
Yeah.
It's the Lord that sets up shop. He sets up kingdoms, right? Sets up kings. He sets up everything. He brings them down and he brings them up, right?
Mhm.
Yep. Okay, so this clip here, now we're getting into that. MOTB is speedily approaching. Okay, every day, man. Every time you look up, there's something new going on with MOTB and digital ID. Like for instance, even before I get this clip out real quick, I send this to you, Malak. I'll pull it up here real quick. It's a post off Instagram, but damn. Let's see, maybe I can get in without. Okay, I don't have to log in. But you can see it's a post here, right? You see Vietnam erases 86 million bank accounts of non-compliant citizens who refuse digital ID. You see? So, hey man, every time you look up, something's going on, right? So
Absolutely.
let's see. Look at this. This is some comments. It says this is from. I guess I won't read the names. It's not necessary, but it says, "Can we agree to follow Nepal if they do this in America?" Right. So people. So this is how you know, man. There's gonna have to be some black swan event that's gonna galvanize and deceive people to accepting this. And the scriptures tell us this, okay? In accepting this this mark, all right, the sea hip. And it says once again, conspiracy theorists were right. Keep using cast as often as possible. It has begun. So anyways, it's people are well aware of what this devil's up to. Okay. And so he's losing his grip on the minds of the people because this truth is being uh, readily spoken day in and day out.
Talk about ID cards because we've been hearing from senior members of the government in the last few days saying, okay, let's talk about ID cards because we've been hearing from senior members of the government in the last few days saying that they are supporting the idea of introducing them. Let's have a listen to the Prime Minister and the Home Secretary.
I'm determined to stop people making crossing just the channel and to get people out of our hotels. And therefore, I am looking at ID cards or digital ID, because we do need to look at the pull factors.
We have got to deal not just with disrupting the trade in people that is bringing people across the channel, but we've also got to deal with some of the reasons why they're getting on the boat in the first place, looking to come to the UK. And to our mind, digital ID has a role to play here.
So, Lucy, are you in favour of this idea?
Absolutely not. I think it's a slippery slope, obviously, and I think to coat it in the narrative that it's supposed to help with immigration and help with illegal immigration is just farcical. I think it's something that is being whipped around as a narrative to try and get people who originally didn't like it to accept it.
It's quite ironic. I remember me talking about this 2 or 3 years ago about how well you can see the government doing this at some point, whether it's to do with net zero, whether it's to do with immigration, and many of us were accused of being conspiracy theorists for suggesting this. And here we are, where this is now on the table.
Keir Starmer's government is considering introducing digital ID, yes, digital ID, for every person in the United Kingdom because of, wait for it, illegal immigrants. Yes, the vanguard that they're going to use to bring in digital ID so that everything you ever do can all be centralised into one place owned by the government is the fact that people are getting on boats and coming across the channel. Now, there's always the option of stopping the boats or turning them back like we did here in Australia. But Sir Keir Starmer says, no, we're going to look into this digital ID because apparently there are too many of these illegal migrants going for jobs. It's impossible to tell whether they are illegal migrants or not. So you must have a digital ID, which, according to the Times of London, would allow you to prove eligibility to work. It would allow you to pay bills. It would allow you to vote online. It would allow you to sign contracts, allow you to shop. I mean, I was talking about you're going to need a digital ID to go into a shop now and to access health information. This is a one-stop shop for the government to have total oversight.
Mind you, it's Edomites that are exposing this devil, man.
That's right.
Okay? You don't see Jacob there
No.
on the newscast exposing this devil as much as Esau is. Was that where's her own tongue?
Scripture.
This is what the fuck? It's not on here. It's on. Oh. Well, anyways, look it up in chat here real quick. Their own tongue shall fall upon them. King James. What is it? Psalm 64 and 8. And it says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Okay? So that's what you see happening, man. And people are fleeing away, all right, from the idea of what this man wants to do. A lot of people are not fleeing away, but a lot of people are fleeing away. Okay? And it looks like the majority are fleeing away. So there needs to be some event to deceive the people in accepting this man's technology.
total control of everything you do in your life, and they're going to try and get it passed by saying, well, we need it to combat illegal migrants.
Surely that is just an excuse.
He speaks on it domestically, he speaks on it globally. His reasoning, pretty honest, in fact, is that, yeah, it does mean you surrender a little bit of privacy, but we're a global world and there's no other way than going forward. And if you want to go forward, we have to work with new technology. That seems to be the thinking here. And that's pretty much the line that most other countries that support this will give. We're not quite hearing that from the Prime Minister, though.
If the deal's no good, I'm blaming you, Scott. It's a great honor. This agreement will also help America and our British allies dominate the future of artificial intelligence. You need the energy. You have to have the energy. That's one thing I learned very quickly. They need a lot of electricity. In the United States, you need double what we have right now just to maintain that fight. We're right now, and I want to say, leading China and the world by a lot in AI, a lot. But we're committed to ensuring that you have secure and reliable sources of American AI and quantum technology. We intend to always be the UK's.
I always like to make it seem like there's some kind of armed race in establishing the MOTD, and to a certain extent there is, but at the same time, they're all in in cahoots with each other.
That's right. That's
All right,
right.
it's a global plan. But at the same time, though, the house is divided. Okay, so
That's right.
The longest, closest, and most trusted business partner. Very important to us.
sorry.
No, I said iron and clay.
That's
Prophecy.
right.
Yeah.
Relationship is very important. Again, I want to thank the Prime Minister. He worked very hard on this and getting this deal done. This is long in the making. They've been talking about it for a long time, and we got it done. And it's a real honor to be with you. And thank you very much. Thank you.
I think it's just a way for policymakers to consolidate data on the general population and consolidate and centralize data to make it easier for them to create new policy. And I think ultimately it undermines our civil rights. And I think everybody who's watching politics live right now, I think they should really consider the detrimental impacts that ID cards could have on their freedom.
And that is a potentially big.
All right, let me get this precept here. We'll go to Psalms 21. Psalms 21 and 11. Yeah, Psalms 21 and 11 says, this NLT, it says, although they plot against you, their evil schemes will never succeed. For they will turn and run when they see your arrows aimed at them. Rise up, O Lord Yahweh, I will in all your power, with music and singing, we celebrate your mighty acts. Yeah, so they're not going to be able to perform their enterprise fully, and they will be able to establish the NWO, right? And people will be C-hipped. But as soon as that happens, man, you can expect the Lord. You can expect missiles in the next couple of days, weeks, maybe. Okay, because he's not, like the scriptures say,
Peace and safety.
Get it. In Job, I keep quoting it. I'm trying to get it.
Yeah, that's it.
Job 5 and 19, I think it is, right? No, 19 and German. No, that's not Job 5. It's Job 19, I think. Okay, where is that?
Are you looking for the Enterprise?
Yeah, let's type in Enterprise. So you gotta constantly keep going over these scriptures.
Sure. I get that.
Well, remember,
It's 5. Okay, yeah, it is 5. I knew it was chapter 5. It's just verse 12 though. Okay. So this is Job 5 and 12. It says, he disappointeth the devices of the crafty,
Mhm.
so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise,
Right.
right? So they're not going to be able to fully perform their enterprise, which is the NWO, via the sea hit. All right, missiles will be arriving soon. Something will happen where Trump, all right, or whoever is in office, if Trump doesn't get, the rest,
Mhm.
doesn't get that, then he's going to do something to piss off these nations, and these nations are going to shoot their missiles now. Okay, and at the same time, Yahweh Shai will arrive and add to that destruction, but also beam up the whole full elect. As it says, verse 13, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, right?
Mhm.
And that's the craftiness of technology, right? The Lord
That's right.
had you, spend all your time and effort and money on building this device, right? Just so you could fill His purpose, not your own. Okay, because if it was left up to Esau, like the Lord said, all of creation would be completely wiped out eventually.
Absolutely.
Okay, so it says he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward, right, which is the arrogant Esau Edom, is carried headlong. They meet with darkness in the daytime and grope in the noonday as if it was night. And we go into that word grope. The Hebrew word there is ma sha'ash, ma sha'ash. Okay, and says to feel, grope, to feel over or through, grope, feel through, grope, feel. Yeah, okay, yeah, basically just to feel around, right? But it's also that makes sense because that goes into them being wearied in a multitude of their counsels. So they grope in the noonday. You're not supposed to be groping in the noonday. You should be able to see where you live, right?
That's right.
Right? But that's what the scriptures say. The pride of thy heart has deceived thee.
That's right.
He's blinded. He's blind
Mhm.
by the fact that he's going to be taken down because the Most High ultimately blinded him. All right, but it's because as well of his pride in his heart. He said, "I've done all these things. I've taken over the earth. The earth is in my hands. I've created this technology, this device. I'm going to be able to do this." But the Lord's going to take him in his craftiness. Continuing on, it says, "But he saveth the poor from the sword, for their mouth, from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty." You see, so we're going to be the hopeful elect. Okay, are going to be saved from the sword, even if they do get put to death. All right, the Most High is going to be with them in spirit. And what I mean by that, you might not even feel it. Okay, or if you do feel it, the Most High is going to put a spirit on the hopeful elect to endure whatever their lot is. Why? Because they've been chosen by the Lord Himself, and you just have to believe that. Okay, from their mouth, right? That goes into the demonization, and from the hand of the mighty. Okay, so that's it on it.
Straight.
I got a quick precept or a quick
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's go back up what you're saying. This is Proverbs 22 verse 3. A prudent man foresees the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. So us being prudent in this word, we're seeing and facing the danger and foreseeing it, man. So we're trying not to fall into the trap of Esau's system, man, into the trap of what Esau is setting for the whole world, which the whole world's gonna be in this temptation.
Mhm.
But like you read earlier, the Lord is holding his elect men from falling short from all of what's gonna come, man.
That's right.
He's holding back. So if just to say the Lord controls both both sides of the whole matter. You know what I mean? Like when I mean he controls, like if I okay, like when you
No, you
read
explained, brother. You explained yourself. You
con,
explained
con,
yourself. He controls both sides.
yeah,
Straight.
yeah.
Yeah, he controls
It's just
both
like
sides.
if I read for 2, just show you what I'm saying. Verse 2, it
Yeah,
says, "The rich and the poor meet together. The
Mhm.
Lord Yahweh Shem Shai is the maker of them all." You know what I mean?
yeah.
So the Lord's this is the Lord's show, man. This is Yahweh Shem Shai show. You know, everything is all worked in all lined up, man. You know.
Fine.
His will.
Great to have you on with us, sir. Thank you. Charles Hymas is the Home Affairs Editor over at the Telegraph. Thank you to him. James Melville, social and political commentator, friend of the show as well. James, good afternoon to you. Look, I know, like me, we're big fans of Keir Starmer. You know, he's a top bloke. He's got it all. He's got it all. Is he there? Has he got it all sorted out? He knows what he's doing. I don't think he's with us. Is he with us? Oh, okay. James, you with us? Hi.
I'm here.
Hello. Sorry, nobody put you up on the script. I know you are, and you love all of his work and his greatest hits. And this is just another one. I'm sure you're going to tell me it's splendid stuff. Bring it on.
Yeah, it's another example of government overreach. I think there's a number of problems here. First of all, how is this going to solve the problem? You know, it seems to me, again, it's a bit of deflection from Starmer and the government to say, okay, we've got a problem, there's the reaction, and this is our solution under the auspice of safety and convenience. The words and mantras of most.
You see, even Edomites are breaking down the MOTB. He just broke it down, and it's problem, reaction, solution under the guise of peace and safety. What he says, security.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what we've been saying, with the apostles and bishops on down, man, for decades.
Mm-hmm.
Authoritarian governments in history. You know, we've seen this way before, Nico. We've talked about this even in COVID. There has actually been a form of digital ID, universal digital ID before, when we moved towards vaccine passports.
Mm-hmm.
So we have gone through this drill before, but there's other aspects that are a problem with this. And I think a conversation that needs to be had when we're talking about digital ID is about what exactly is the social contract between government and also the public. They're supposed to be working for us. You know, we pay their wages. And this sort of thing, it seems to me, another example of government overreach. Future end up how far you take this, bearing in mind.
And I'm just wondering why there is this constant push, because we've seen that this sort of collection of data and the centralization of data, I think, is a defense folly. I think having all of our eggs in one basket, having all of our, medical data, all of our financial data, this opens up a world of discrimination for the ordinary person. And the mandatory section, I think this is something that won't be mandatory. It will be increasingly enforced, like COVID passports that was tried to get through the last government. And I think that's what we're here. I'm worried about it.
Unfortunately, what will...
All right, well, hey, man, you want to watch the rest of it? Go to Jason A. The B system is being rolled out worldwide. So
That's right.
That's it. That's all I got.
She said it. She said it. Enforced.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Brother, got any precepts you want to end off with or anything else you want to say?
Straight. Did Revelation 13:15 came out? The fourth scripture?
Can bring it out.
Yeah, we'll just bring it out. We'll just bring that out. Real quick. Can you pull it up for me, Baba Kishar? I'm just spinning around here, looking at my screens. So what? I'll just read that. How does it look in the NLT? Right, the actual word is there.
King James. It's better than King James.
Oh yeah, that's right. They don't even use the word. All right. Okay, I'll just read that because just to end off on what this woman said, enforce. Right. So we're going to give you
read it for you, or you got it. Okay, so this is Revelation 13:15. And it reads, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast shall be killed. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
That's right.
And that no man shall buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
Straight. Verse 16. I'm just gonna just talk about that, right? In regards to the word causeth. Okay, if you've been keeping up, that's what's going into the word. That word causeth is going into lawsuits. It's going into also the word force. Okay, right? Because if you're not going to go with a policy, right, or if you signed up for something that you didn't know that you signed up for, you were actually coerced into it. And if you try to get out of it, somebody might try to force you by way of lawsuits. But anyway, the point is that word causeth. We can go into it real quick just to end off. Just a quick refresh.
Yeah, well, this devil's not even going to need lawsuits, to be honest, right? At that point,
it'll be part of his thing, but you're right, 100%.
Yeah, at that point, you're not even going to need lawsuits to. But I know what you mean in terms of corporations. If they want to continue on with business, there's going to be protocols you have to follow and stuff like that.
Beautiful.
So you are right in that aspect.
Yeah,
you know,
leading up to it. Beautiful.
They're going to have digital ID, tracking devices, systems in their businesses and whatnot.
That's right.
But you as an individual, you're going to make a decision. All right.
right.
And if you don't know what decision to make,
that's right.
That means you've already made your decision. And that's going to be on you because the truth has already been given to you.
That's right.
And the truth has been out here.
I got a precept to back you up.
That's it. Beautiful. Simply put.
You want?
Yeah, Connor, I just wanted to, hold on.
Okay.
To be the authors of the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It tells you, like, when you go into that word there, causes, right? To make with the names, to be author of, right? To cause, to make ready, to prepare, to produce, right? To acquire, to make a thing out of nothing, right? So, it's deception.
Beautiful. Nothing good's gonna come out of it when
it's all done.
When it's all said and done, as brother said, as you said, right? By the time it gets to the action.
Sure. Yeah. I can bring out this last one here.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 12. I just read from 12 points and 13. It says, yes, and everyone who wants to live a godly life in Yahushua Mashiach will suffer prosecution. But evil people, this is in the NLT, Slovakia, but evil people and imposters will flourish. They will deceive others and will themselves be deceived. But verse 14, but you must remain faithful to the things you have been taught. You know they are true, for you know you can trust those who taught you. Right?
True.
So
how do we know that? Because we can see the prophecies. We can see what they're saying is true.
That's right.
Beautiful.
No grouping in the noonday. All praises to Yahweh Shemim Shai.
You see. All right. So, anyways, with that, we're gonna close up. Lord willing, this lesson was straightforward and edifying to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. We're gonna close by giving all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, double honor to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone rule well, and I've taught us this word in truth and sincerity, and peace and mercy to the hopeful elect. All right, starting with 144,000. That's pushing this word in truth and sincerity across the full corner of the earth, and as well as the innumerable multitude that sincerely believe upon the names of Yahweh and going God and Son Yahushua. All right, Baba Bal, Kwama Shallah, and Shalom to the hopeful elect.
Shalom to the hopeful elect.